Hey guys, so this is a reaction video to the previous one. I'm making this video since this person, the Shmye, has a lot to say in the comment section regarding the most hateful family on Roblox video.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Of course, it's going to be another dorky person hiding behind a screen with a faceless profile picture. Here she said, "That's how it all started. I've seen the receipts. I was also in a server on TMMX and witnessed some things myself. It went from him being called out to the transphobic attacks on Bibsy to stalking them in servers for content because they haven't blocked. So do I, and to this. And the constant calling Bibsy he, him, showing he has no respect at all and is in fact transphobic by doing it intentionally by being a bully himself." Okay, so to this comment, I just want to say you are a moron if you can't see why I would stay in a server and film their disgusting behavior that I did 1 month ago. You don't speak for everyone, everyone speaks for themselves. Everyone's comments are valid, just like how someone can dislike me, I can dislike them back. Now, please elaborate. When did I call Bibsy a he, him? Please, where's the proof? Also, I find it funny that you say I lack evidence in the other comments when in fact, over half the comments here are of people sharing their personal encounters with at least one of the individuals I mentioned in the video. Did you not read any of them? I think the voices of those here speak louder than all that I really have to say on the matter. I am posting about this now because the raw footage is over an hour long and I wanted to make other videos before this to break down why I wanted to make that video. Is kind of like why anyone makes videos about anything. Why would I not talk about this when these people started problems to begin with? Let's put our thinking caps on to do better and think this through logically. In this next part, she goes on to call my video a lame, pathetic video and still calls me a transphobe and then tries to put all the blame on Bibsy as an individual rather than putting everyone in my previous video accountable for their actions. And to this, all I really have to say is that the lame, pathetic video is subjective. I don't know what bad transphobic messages I've sent. Please back up your claims since you say I can't back up mine. Did I actually do anything bad to anyone? No, I've only ever stated my opinion and my experience. Following this point, why are you throwing Bibsy under the bus to cover for everyone else? Don't you know to choose your friends wisely? I mean, you were in support of whatever Bibsy was in support of for months, so there's no point to your undermining of her now. And yeah, also, yes, I'm having a lot of fun making these videos. When I make these videos, not only do I want you to learn something in the video, but also to enjoy and actually stay watching the entirety of the video. And please, if you have anything else to say regarding the situation, feel free to leave a comment again on this video so that more people can avoid these individuals. Every story has two sides to it. If you pull up another tab right now to that video and read the comment section, there's well over 50 comments, maybe even as much as 100 comments, where people share experiences on both sides, and you'll see through the bias who's actually in the right here and who's in the wrong. Getting into a more serious topic on the second part of this video, I do want to acknowledge that I accept every trans person for who they are, and I love each and every single one of you, and I accept you as a human being. Although I don't like what mainstream media likes to push for, mainstream media always wants to push for the extremes. I personally believe you should wait until you're at least 16 so that you know what you're getting yourself into and reconsider transitioning. There are many risks involved when it comes to transitioning. I had already hypothesized that when you transition, it actually reduces your lifespan. So I went on Google to search it up, and in fact, I was correct. The process of transitioning does reduce one's lifespan. You can go fact check this yourself if you don't believe me. When a person transitions, a doctor provides hormone therapy, mainly steroids and surgeries to change not only a person's physical appearance, but also their characteristics. characteristics. I know a lot of you might not really know much about steroids, but I actually do know a decent amount myself on the topic because I have researched about steroids before personally, and personally because I am a bodybuilding enthusiast and because I know all the risks associated with steroids, which is why I choose to remain and continue to be a lifelong natural. So yeah, I know a lot about different topics that most people don't really know about because it's not taught in school, or just like how self-care is not taught in school, which even though it really should be. Getting into the steroids, when you're a girl and you want to transition into being a man, you're going to be prescribed a lot of testosterone because testosterone is the main compound that are in high doses that can be found in high doses in a man. And when you're a boy transitioning to become a woman, you'll receive a lot of estrogen and anti-androgens, which estrogen is the main compound found within women, and the anti-estrogens are there to help suppress testosterone that's naturally occurring in a male. Furthermore, I'd like to elaborate that when you take these compounds in high doses, you are very likely to have a lot of mood swings because when you introduce a substance into your body, whether it's smoking or alcohol, those actions all introduce something external into your internal body. So it triggers a response and you might be really agitated. Just like every month, people have that time when they are just more agitated, more aggressive, and it feels like you're going through something. That day when you just want time to fly by as quickly as possible. As for the surgeries, if you're a boy, think about the feeling of getting kicked or hit in the balls. Now, I want you to think about that feeling, but having that feeling last for weeks on end. That's how I imagine the feeling is for these boys that are transitioning into women. And if you're a girl, think about getting a cramp on your period and having that last for weeks on end, transitioning into a man. And that's how I like to think about it as an equivalent. Hopefully this changes your perception. I do just want you to think about the future, know the risks, and stay safe. Some of you guys are going to complain about, oh, how difficult it is to keep going on like this with the current situation that you're in, no one else may know about. The most important thing is to love yourself first, do your research, and become more knowledgeable. Just Google about anything that comes into your mind. Who knows, that piece of information could be useful in the future. For the parents watching this, please take better care of your children. Don't just let them go on hormones. It really fucks up their bodies, and they really need to wait until they're 16, even though I personally think that 16 is still far too young. 16 is just what I think is the bare minimum for someone to consider transitioning. And did you know that I have a degree in economics? Economically speaking, society doesn't care if you do want to be transgender. Society doesn't care about you specifically as an individual. They are okay with you being another consumer. What I mean by that is when you transition, you make your life more complicated. All the pharmaceuticals, the therapy, the doctors giving operations. By doing that, you become another mindless consumer, and more consumption is better for gross domestic product, or GDP, which makes a country more efficient and seemingly better than another. Let that sink in. Nobody's here to give you handouts. You have to go and figure things out on your own. It's always okay to ask for another person's opinion on something, so long as you think about what they're telling you. Understand the risks involved. Take 5 minutes after this video ends to reflect and process on what you just heard. That's enough getting philosophical for today. As always, go lift, learn, and dominate.